But yeah, this is super exciting for many, many reasons. But Mary, what are the benefits of Mary, the voice AI? I mean, many. I don't think there's a single store out there that wouldn't benefit from it. So even if you have the best salespeople, even if you are the best salesman yourself or best saleswoman yourself, um, you are not always at your 100%, right? We all have our moments. We get sick, you get tired, you get late, etc. So, like my background prior to the phone repair industry, actually, I worked at a call center, and so I've done this for a long time. I'm very familiar with how to have excellent phone calls with customers, but the problem is consistency. And so, even if you're a top salesman, Mary can assist you. So, some of the benefits, some of the ways that we see shops using Mary is having the AI answer phone calls when you're closed, whether that's after hours or on the weekends, during holidays, so on and so forth. That is extremely important, right? So we've all been there where maybe you want to close half a day or have a half day or a just completely closed for a holiday, or let's say you're closed on Sundays. Personally, my stores are closed on Sundays, and what we see happen very frequently is so we'll close on Saturday at 4 p.m. and we'll come back Monday at 10. And when we get in the mornings, we will see, anywhere from 5 to 10 plus missed phone calls. And then by the time we call them back, over the overwhelming majority of them are like, oh, well, we're good. We don't need you. And if they do answer, right? If they do answer, it's, well, we don't need your services anymore. We got this taken care of somewhere else. So usually they go to the place in the Walmart or in the mall. We lost that business. Where Mary comes into play is even when you're closed, she can go ahead and answer and she can try to schedule an appointment. So that way, at a minimum, they don't just immediately give up and say, oh, I couldn't reach the store. I'm going to go ahead and find the closest store. So think of it as an intelligent answering machine. That's I think all shops can benefit from that. But also during the day, even if you're an excellent salesperson, we've all been there where you have multiple things happening, right? You have one phone call rings, the door opens, you got to repair. The second phone call rings, another door opens up, and all of a sudden you have two people, three people in front of you. You have the phones ringing, and you got to repair in front of you. You inevitably are going to underperform somewhere, right? You're probably just going to kind of rush through the phone calls. Yeah, we can fix that. Click. And you're not giving enough value, especially if you have an employee that's not paid very, very well. Most employees are not going to handle that pressure and stay 100% consistent to the script if you have a script, right? They're not going to be like, oh, yeah, absolutely. Let me just knock this out and be a monster for you. So that's where Mary comes into play. She can handle all the overflow or just handle all the calls. And so what I'll do, I want to kind of show you a little bit about how to set up Mary and how to access Mary. And by the way, Mary is a part of our VoIP system. So with two-way SMS and phone calls, all of that's built into this. I'm not going to cover that today. That's a separate thing. If you want to know more about that, we'll have a YouTube video on that soon. But if you want to text customers back and forth through the system and call, that's all available, including call recording, transcriptions, voicemails, all that's built into the system pretty easily. But what I want to do is show you the AI. So to access this, we're going to go to settings, location information, and then first we'll start with SMS settings. So when you are signing up for the voice, you'll click on SMS settings, you press this, and it'll go ahead and it will open up all your settings. I'm not going to open it up now just because it has some sensitive info there, but that'll have the ability for you to see your phone number, all your information. Once you want to set up the AI, just underneath SMS settings, you'll select AI voice settings, and this will open this up. And right here in the top right, you'll see AI assistant is active or not. So at any given moment, you can turn it off. So what's really cool about this is our entire voice system, phone calls and text messages to and from the customer through the system. It's $30 a month, and the AI is technically included. And so if you want to have it where during the day, you and your team answer every phone call, that's fine. You can just turn this off during the day. And so that way, when the calls come in, it goes directly to you. You guys answer it. That's fine. Let's say you close at 6 o'clock. You at 6 o'clock would come here, turn this on, and then overnight, if you get any calls, instead of just them going to voicemail, because personally, what we have an issue is we close at 6, but we have shops in the mall and the Walmart down the street that are open till 9. We are first on Google, so we'll always get called first, but If it's 6:30, they call us, we don't answer, they're going to go down the list on Google because they want their stuff fixed right away. And so they're going to call that shop at 7, 8, 9 p.m. Whereas if they call us at 6:30 and Mary answers, she can schedule them an appointment for the following morning. They can know, right? Hey, these guys have quality repairs, et cetera, et cetera, versus getting your voicemail and then going, well, they can't help me. And so you can turn this on after hours, you can turn it on in the weekends. And if you want to have it where all of your phone calls go to the AI, Mary first, and then let's say there is a redirect option for an additional 30 a month. So if for whatever reason, let's say the customers ask a question that Mary doesn't know how to answer. Instead of hallucinating, what we have done is we have encouraged her to redirect the call to the stores. So there are some other, you've probably seen them, there are other voice AI options out there, but they're pretty expensive. They're usually many hundreds of dollars, two, three, four, 500, depending on which company. And then they do hallucinate. So when you ask them a question that they don't know the answer to, they will just spew a random answer to you. Whereas we put in some parameters where if that happens, if she's asked a question that she doesn't know the answer to, or if let's say the customer goes, I want to speak to a human, it will then redirect the call to your phone lines and allow you and your staff to answer. So that is an option. We have all those availabilities. And so this is how you can set it up. So you have easy mode and advanced mode. Just keep in mind, whenever you make any adjustments, you want to always hit save configuration. So that way everything obviously saves. So you can choose to name your AI whatever you'd like. So we went with Mary. Then you can choose your business type and the greeting template. So you can just choose your template. This is how Mary's going to answer the call. So thank you for calling the location, which would be in the, oh, yeah, I had that. Where is, yeah, had a brain fart. I am actually fighting a fever, so apologies. But yeah, so you would have, so it'll call it location. So this is, the name of your store location in your settings. And then she's going to reference her name. How can I help you? And again, you can change however you want her to greet. This is just a template that we found works really well. And then you could adjust accordingly from this template. So then below that, you can choose her personality, warm and friendly, professional, casual. And so over here, what you see right underneath live preview, you'll see personality and tone. So if I switch from warm and friendly to professional, you're going to see, and if I go to casual, you'll see that is going to change. And then next over from basic, we have store. This is where Mary is going to operate off of your hours. So when people call, she'll know these are the hours you're open at. She's not going to schedule appointments at 8 a.m. or after hours. So you can just adjust this. You can let the AI know what all the services you offer, really simple, basic, and then your warranty. So real basic warranty, right? What do you offer? So that way she knows what to say. And then even the quality of the parts that you use, you can opt in or out of certain ones. Pricing model. So right here, you'll see something that's called the pricing anti-hallucination system. This is what I was talking about before. So this way the AI, Mary, will only provide the price ranges that you configure below rather than just like randomly just saying nonsense. Because again, we've seen other systems that are like 400 or 500 bucks a month just for this or just for the AI. It's not integrated into the point of sale and they still hallucinate. So in addition to this, by the way, being not hallucinating, I'll show you in a second, all of the benefits of Mary being a part of MyRepairApp is the data that you get, including like the phone call transcriptions, but also the fact that we can actually track your call conversions. There isn't a single system out there that can track how many calls that you got turned into paying customers outside of this. Like that's right. So whether it's a human employee that's answering the phone or Mary, we'll be able to show you how many of the calls that you received turned into paying customers, which is extremely important because what we've seen on all the repair groups and throughout the years, right? Everyone's always trying to figure out how do we make more money? How do I improve my business? It's very important to know the data, right? You can only operate off of data. This is no different than like if you were to just start to throw hundreds, if not thousands of dollars at some sort of Google or Facebook ads. If you're not checking the data, then you're just throwing money at nothing. So this is super important. Also allows you to know which employees are performing well and which ones need some coaching. but who's costing you money and who's earning you the most. And so this is extremely important for especially as you grow your business, if you want to be either a remote owner of one or multiple stores, even if you're not a remote owner, just the ability to have that insight of, hey, who's performing at what level. So with the anti-hallucination system, when the customers ask for specific models, she will ask for clarification. The AI will use your fallback phrases when uncertain about exact pricing. The fallback phrases are a little bit lower. I'll show you that in a second. And of course, this prevents the AI from making up prices for the unknown devices. So I'm going to scroll down real quick be below all of the different devices. So we have clarification prompts. So a generic repair response, right? So if a customer goes, "Hey, I want to get my phone fixed," Mary, this is what we have as a template. You can change this. I'd be happy to help with that, right? To give you exact pricing, could you tell me the specific device model? If the customer isn't aware of what model they have, or if they didn't tell Mary, then Mary's going to go and immediately say, "You can find your model in this way." Again, all a template. You can edit as you want, no problem. And then once she identifies the model, then the repair right for this is X price. Again, you can completely add your own script in here. I highly recommend getting the script that you use and putting it in here, right? Range price response template, right? So if there are unknown models and they're like, "Hey, I have a MacBook," and she's like, "What kind of MacBook?" They're like, "I don't know." Well, she'll go, "Okay, well, based on um she'll say repairs typically range from this." So for instance, like I have MacBook Air. So in MacBook Air, I put ranges, right? Because you could get really specific. Like if you want to go in every single MacBook Air model, MacBook Pro model, you can do that if you want. But if you just want at a minimum have the ranges, you can do that. Again, from day one, yeah, you probably won't have every model mapped out. That makes sense. So this is just an all templates, easy for that way. The response that Mary's giving isn't just, "Oh yeah, the price, it's 119, click." Which, by the way, I'm not sure if you guys are aware, but I actually have cold called over the last 2.5 years. I have cold called over 1,000 repair shops in the U.S. because my background is that. And I would tell you this, over 90 to 95% of all repair shops, when they answer the phone, the employees will usually just give the price and pause, and that's it. Not great. This will solve that. And then so there are fallback behaviors. So multiple matches found. So if someone has, said MacBook Air, but they didn't specify which model and you have multiple models, then Mary's just going to say this. Again, this is just a template you can add. You can have Mary respond how you want her to respond when this happens. And then when there's no exact match found, right? If someone goes, "I have a blue something something phone," you can have Mary respond however you want to respond here. And then the escalation phrase, this is a short phrase to transition to the exact pricing lookup. So that's how you do all that. And again, these are the devices. So you can have, so real easy. You add a device, and then once you add a device, you can add the repairs. You just type in whatever it is. So for instance, I'll put in, I don't know, loudspeaker replacement. Let's just do that just for the sake of it. So you can opt in or out for that to say anything, and then you can put in the price, and then you can put in notes. So for instance, this is all optional, but for this particular one, like the 11 screen repair, we put this repair includes parts and labor with a lifetime warranty. You can say whatever you want to say. You can add notes. You don't have to have them. Again, optional. And so you can add as many devices as you want. In the very near future, we're also going to add an ability to upload what you have in your system from your point of sale inventory here in bulk, much easier. So you'll be able to do bulk uploads very, very soon rather than individually. So this will get very, very fast, very quick. And again, as always, as you make changes, just make sure you always hit save configuration because you want to make sure that your changes are saved. And then the rules, right? Real easy. You can offer to opt in to offer appointments or not, and then you can choose how many time slots, right? I personally love the appointment strategy. The customer calls like, "Hey, how much to fix my phone? When can you fix it?" I always love trying to schedule an appointment. That's what we're actually encouraging Mary to do. And in very short coming weeks, she'll be able to not only offer to schedule the appointment, she'll actually create the appointment in the system and create a quote or a ticket. So when your employees or you show up to work the following day or while you're at work, you'll see those appointments and quotes and tickets populate. So that way, Obviously, you're made aware of that lead right away. I like the idea of appointments for many reasons. Number one, it's building a sense of urgency and you're getting a level of commitment from the customer. Even if you're not offering appointments, it is so important to at least just offer it because it is commitment. Because when customers call you, this is for me, I would say this is basic psychology. When customers call shops, they're trying to identify, hey, there's three things usually. Uh, they want to know, are you capable of fixing my device? If so, how much does it cost? And if I like your price, when can you fix it for me? That's what it is, right? Same thing when they go on your website. Um, can you fix it? How much can you fix it? When can I fix it? So the appointment strategy allows you to get your customers hooked and commit to it coming in, whether or not you actually operate by appointments or not. It actually helps quite a bit getting more repairs. I can promise you that this will get you more repairs. Um, so pricing approach, you can choose to build value first, direct pricing, or to never lead with price. Again, same thing here. So if you'll see the conversation guidelines, if I go from direct pricing to never lead with price, that will change. Enabling discounts. Mary can offer discounts or not offer discounts. And if she does offer discounts, again, you can add the dollar amount and then conditions. I like the condition of if you schedule an appointment, I will then give you a discount. Yes, no type deal. Standard guidelines always applied, right? You clarify device issues concisely, confirm times clearly, use natural speech patterns with pauses and filters. Basic stuff. And this is one of the better parts here. This is where you can train Mary. So this is what's really, really cool. This allows you to build this up. So you can have various scenarios. So number one, response examples help your AI, right? It'll help learn your preferred response style, handle common customer questions consistently, follow your specific business processes, and provide accurate information about your services. Once you have this set up, think of Mary as a legitimate entire employee for you. Rather than having an employee answer the phone and, for lack of better words, half-ass it because they're not exactly motivated or they're tired or whatever, Mary will be consistent with what you put in place for her all the time for a lot less than a 15 or 18 or $20 an hour employee. And so you have your scenarios here. Scenario one, right? Just example, broken screen. And so you can delete them or add more. So what I did here, just as an example, broken screen, price inquiry, and then the customer, could we go, hey, are you planning on keeping the phone or trading it in? I always love asking that question because most shops don't ask that, and your customers go, wait, what? They're almost taken aback because most shops go, oh, you want to get it fixed? Yeah, here's the price. Click. That's not helpful. When you ask, are you planning on keeping the phone or trading it in? It offers you a variety of things. Number one, if they're trading it in, you know that they probably don't care so much about quality. They're probably looking for a really cheap price. So you, as the human, or Mary, as the robot here, can keep that in mind, knowing, hey, they're probably price sensitive. Or if they're keeping it, or if they're keeping the device, they might want to have a higher quality display, right? We're going to offer the soft OLED or the OEM. We're going to offer potentially a battery replacement at a discounted rate. So right here, right, we want to make sure you're getting the highest quality display, et cetera, et cetera. And then say, hey, while I check on the price, have you ever had your battery replaced or have you noticed the battery not lasting as long as it used to? And then you can just continue on from there. But this is, I would call this the rabbit hole because once you start building scenarios, you got to kind of build out all the scenarios. But honestly, it's not that bad. It's not that hard, especially with the help of any AI like ChatGPT. You can copy paste a lot of scenarios and make some edits. And the nice part is once this is done, it's done, right? Uh, Chef Raz, is this free for the $59 package? I wish. No, so this is actually extremely affordable. This is part of our VoIP system. So we have a two-way SMS and phone call for 30 bucks a month. It's $1 a day, and Mary is included. If you want the ability to have Mary then redirect the call to a human if the customer doesn't want to speak to her or they ask a question she doesn't know the answer to, then that is an additional 30. But for 30 bucks a month, you get two-way SMS, you get phone calls. So for instance, I mean, if you want, you can just text people directly from here. So if I have, text messages, you can text directly from here. You can call from here automatically. You can see your recent phone calls, voicemail. What's really cool too, I'll show you this real quick before I show you the rest of the AI stuff, is when a customer calls, you can immediately just press this quote button. And as they are speaking to you, this is what Mary's going to do in just a few weeks. But you can say, hey, oh, you got your iPhone 15 Plus broken? Oh, what broke? Okay, screen. And then as you're on the phone with them, you can take in any notes, and then you have their information, add their name, email, and then you can create a quote or schedule an appointment as you're on the phone with them, which is super important because if you just answer the phone and then you don't collect this customer's information, I guarantee you, you are losing money. If you do this 100% of the time, I guarantee you, you will make hundreds, if not thousands of dollars more a month in profit. It is just a fact. We have done this with many, many stores. I've done it at my stores. I've seen it at hundreds of other stores. This is why we encourage that a lot. I'm very, very passionate about that. But real quick, what I'll do is I'm going to show you just a quick example of Mary in action. Again, this is a very basic template. There's a lot more that we could do, but I'll just do a quick one. And then what I'll do, I'll show you the data in the settings. I'll show you some of the analytics that you have access to, which is really, really important.
Thank you for calling the phone repair guys. This is Mari. How can I help you today?
Hey, Mari, yeah, I was looking to see if you guys can fix iPhones.
I sure can. What happened with your iPhone? Is the glass cracked or is the LCD or OLED display damaged?
I dropped it and the glass broke.
I'm sorry to hear that. Which iPhone model is it?
It's an iPhone 11.
Great. A screen replacement for the iPhone 11 is $119. This repair includes parts and labor with a lifetime warranty. Would you like to schedule an appointment or come on in? We're open from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. daily.
Okay. When's the soonest I can come in?
Let me check our availability. I see 2 free appointment slots today, approximately 1 hour apart. Would you prefer an appointment or would you like to come in as a walk-in? Appointments reduce the wait time from 3 to 4 hours to about 1 hour.
Okay, yeah, book me an appointment for the earliest time, please.
Sure, the earliest appointment I have available is for 10 a.m. Does that work for you?
Yes.
Okay, great. So I have you down for an iPhone 11 screen replacement at 10 a.m. Can I get your name and number for the appointment?
Yeah, my name is first name's Tony, last name Tishuk, and my phone number is 704-704-7044.
Okay, Tony Chuck with the number 704-704-7044. Just to confirm, you're coming in for an iPhone 11 screen replacement at 10 a.m. Is that all correct?
Yes. Thank you.
Perfect. We'll see you then. Is there anything else I can help you with today?
No, that's it. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.
You're welcome. Have a great day, and we'll see you at 10 a.m. Goodbye.
So I would say for a closed beta product, pretty dang good. And I love the fact that she will confirm twice the time, the type of repair, or the type of device, the type of repair, right? And again, this is all customizable. This is just what we have as a basic template. And then in the coming, I want to say in the coming month-ish, not only are we going to have like more customization, there'll be other voice options and all that good stuff. But yeah, this is, I mean, literally for $1 a day for that type of phone call 24/7, is pretty ridiculously awesome. So let me show you the settings. So when you go to the call analytics, you have an analytics dashboard. You can filter by date. It'll show you the total amount of calls, incoming versus outgoing calls, the average duration, missed calls, your conversion rate. This is where it all comes into play. This will show, this is super important where we can actually prove the calls are turning into money or not. Um, Calls today, average calls per day, and the cost per call. So you can look at your call history. You can also see, per day, everything here. You can get calls per hour. So you can also see which, maybe if, let's say you don't want Mary answering all your calls, that's fine. But you can see here, hey, we have a time of day where we just get really, really busy. And ironically, right, like that's when we miss a bunch of phone calls. Maybe you just turn on Mary for those 1, 2, 3 hours when you're super busy, whatever, right? But you have that flexibility so that way you're not just overwhelmed with everything. You can see all the calls. You can see any missed calls or not. Again, you can filter by statuses, incoming, outgoing. Call recordings are really cool. Everything is transcribed. So actually, before I even show you that, I'll show you. Da-da-da. Yeah, so you can turn on voicemails, call recordings, call transcriptions, answer with AI, all of that there. And so let's say I want to click on this call, so I can actually listen to, so this is really cool. As an owner, you can train your employees, and but also not only can you train your employees, this is awesome for when a customer goes, "Hey, I was speaking to Fred and he promised me XYZ." Okay, well, let's take a listen,
Thank you for calling the phone repair guy.
right?
Cracked or is still an appointment? Does that work for you? With the
So
number seven
so
zero.
you can listen to it to make sure, did my employee actually say that? Did the customer actually say that? So this is very, very important, especially when you have people making all sorts of claims. Rob Link, number one problem with repair shop management is answering the damn phone. 100%. 100%. No one can convince me otherwise. Like I said, I have literally called over 1,000 repair shops. It is the number one, I would say, leaky bucket. I don't like that phrase, but it is the number one way shops are losing money, and it's the easiest thing to turn around and make hundreds more per day. So the transcription. Again, so you can see the transcription. Thanks for calling, blah blah blah. Everything is here. That call we just did is all here. Again, we can tweak the UI just a little bit, but you get the point. It actually is very accurate. Like, it's an iPhone 11. You heard me say it. This is exactly that. So you see everything. You can also download the recording. So for training purposes, for legal purposes, whatever it is, you have access to everything built into this database, built in right into MyRepairApp. It's $30 a month. It's ridiculously cheap, but or low priced, affordable, but it's the value is unbelievable. So that was Mary. I don't want to take up too much more time. I've already been on for a half hour. We'll have a more deeper one showing you how the entire voice system works, how to set it up. If you have questions about this system, you want to sign up or you just want to see it in action again, you want a demo, go to our website, myrepairapp.com, click on get started, and then just fill this out and you will get connected with our team. Just it'll you fill this out, and then the next page is our calendar that will allow you to schedule a time to chat with our team, primarily Taylor, and he'll get you set up. But again, just go to the website and select get started, and we can help you out. I'm going to double check the group to make sure I'm not missing any questions because I saw it on my personal profile. Cool. Looks like I got all the questions answered. Thank you guys so much for watching, and keep an eye out on this page. We're going to keep on doing more trainings. If you have any questions, please reach out. We'd love to get you going. Thanks so much.